We just arrived in Antigua, a picturesque town in Guatemala. It's one of Guatemala's most beautiful cities to explore, and we are using it as a base to climb the Hobitango and Fuego volcanoes. You're only allowed to climb these volcanoes with a guided tour to ensure safety. We just got picked up by ours. First, we get a short briefing about the climb. We also get to borrow a lot of clothing since it's going to be really cold at the top. The hike to the top is a really tough one. Luckily, we were already accustomed to the altitude since we climbed some volcanoes in Mexico not too long ago. The first leg of the climb is quite difficult, which finishes with lunch somewhere on the slopes of the Hobitango. There are many tour operators in Antigua to climb the volcanoes. We went with one that tries to be conscious about the environment and offers education to the cooks, guides, and luggage carriers. If you're doing the 2-day version, you start the hike at 11 AM and your goal is to reach base camp at 3,600 meters above sea level. After 4 hours of hiking, much faster than we anticipated, we got to see and hear the first eruptions from the Fuego right before arriving at base camp. After arriving, you have the chance to hike closer to the Fuego and get a closer look at the eruptions. This adds another 3 hours of hiking, and at this altitude with this steepness, it's not an easy task. Eruptions become bigger and more frequent at night, with intervals as short as 10 to 15 minutes. When they happen, the sound is deafening, and as soon as night falls, it's a true spectacle with the red lava. Eruptions are such an amazing sight to see. You can actually feel the shockwave passing.
Really so many people do this like.
We left at 4:30 in the morning to summit the Hobitango. The climb is extremely cold, windy and dark. It's so windy and cold that none of us bothered to film any of it. The sunrise at the top is amazing. It's still very cold and windy though, so as soon as the sun comes up, we are going down. We didn't sleep at all really, due to the strong wind and loud noises, and of course the low oxygen levels at these altitudes. Even the guides and cooks never sleep well here, even though some come here 3 nights a week. Back in Antigua, we have a few days to explore this beautiful city. As we are walking around the old colonial beautiful streets, we are sharing some of its history. Antigua was founded in 1543 to become the country's 3rd capital. Antigua grew quickly to be the capital of the Kingdom of Guatemala, which included the state of Chiapas in southern Mexico, Costa Rica, and all of the countries in between. In 1775 there was a devastating earthquake that ruined most buildings in the city. Due to the location of Antigua right between many active volcanoes, it was decided to build a new capital in a safer region. Today, Antigua is a small city with about 50,000 inhabitants and many tourists. One of the beautiful aspects of Antigua are its surrounding volcanoes. A few years back, the Payaca was the volcano everyone visited for its lava flows. But on clear nights today, you might be able to see the fuego erupt. Antigua has many rooftop bars from which you might get a lucky view of an eruption. Antigua is also known as a party town, and not just for locals. In the weekends, many people from Guatemala City and Quetzaltenango come here to dance the night away. With all the tourism in town, there's no shortage of great restaurants.
It is 8:30 in the morning. I'm a little bit sad because my parents and my brother just left. They are on their way to Cancun, and then they're on their way home. And we are still in Antigua. And Antigua is very pretty. Look at that, the volcano. One of them anyway.
A short hike from the city center, you'll find this beautiful viewpoint, from which you can overlook the city and its surrounding volcanoes. Right in front of us is the volcano you see best from Antigua, Volcán de Agua. A very steep and bumpy bus ride from Antigua lays this bizarre village called Hobitango. It's a Lord of the Rings inspired amusement park, and we don't have a lot to say about it. In truth, we wouldn't recommend coming here even though we had some fun. And while our aircon is being repaired, I would like to thank you for watching and see you in the next video.